welcome to Stick to Fitness, brought to you by my co-host Archie and myself, Hymsuen. And today's topic for discussion is: are you addicted to the gym, or are you fit or fucked up? We all know being overweight and unfit isn't healthy, but is there a point where the pendulum swings the other direction? But before we answer that question, or let Archie give his opinion, in true Stick to Fitness fashion, we first have to define what a fitness addiction really is. So what do you think it means to be addicted to the gym or fitness?
Well, I think we know what the definition of addiction is, right? That's kind of where you have to do something and you can't control it. So if you're addicted to drugs, you can't function without that. So is a fitness addict someone that can't function without fitness? So training or any type of training, CrossFit, marathon training, or are we looking at it from a point of view where we're talking about more so the feeling afterwards when that session has taken place? Are you addicted to that, or is it just the fact of going?
But then what are people addicted to as well? Like in terms of, let's say smoking, right? It's addictive, right? Are people addicted to the smoking, or are people addicted to the...
They're addicted to nicotine, aren't they?
Yeah, but...
Well, we know that... I just did that thing.
What's that?
We know.
We're not ready for that yet.
That is addictive.
Right.
But then is the feeling after training, so after you've trained and you get that buzz, you know, like endorphins and stuff, is the feeling addictive rather than actually being in the gym?
That's a good point. I don't know. I think it's more the going than the feeling that gets addictive.
But if you were to take, so for example,
I'm not sure actually. Yeah.
For example, when they say when you have sex, it's the same chemical reaction in the body that takes place. Yeah, the endorphins, the good feeling.
That's from Arnold, is it?
Well,
it's like coming.
No, but in terms of it's the same feeling. Yeah. So if you were just to replace the gym with something that gives you that same feeling, are you addicted to the feeling, or are you addicted to the fitness?
So you're saying that if you didn't go to the gym and you
still got that feeling from somewhere else, you would be fine without the gym, if you like?
No, I don't think it would be. You'd be really weird. Imagine if you just got mad sore, like your whole body was just sore.
No, but like if you could,
that's part of that feeling that people like as well.
Yeah. Some people do like that feeling that they've achieved something. And I think whether you're addicted to something like fitness is going to depend on who you ask. Because if you ask my girlfriend, am I addicted to the gym? She's going to say yes. Okay. But if you ask me,
but that's what all people who are addicted to anything is. They always say, "No, I'm not addicted to it.
I'm an Archie and I'm an addict."
Yeah, I'm addicted to the gym.
But do you think people are addicted to that?
I think to some people, to a degree, yeah. There's some people that genuinely cannot stop themselves from going. Yeah, you know, and it's like whether it's because everyone has an excuse as to why. Like they'll say, oh, you know, it makes me feel better mentally or whatever. Yeah. Is it? Or
I think for some people it is. I think for some people,
but to that degree where you're like, you know, it's like the only thing. If I don't have it, I can't. Mentally I'm destroyed. You know, does that then make it like a crutch?
Is that because though it is so, like training for example is so routine? So it is like Monday is I'm hitting chest, Tuesday I'm hitting back, Wednesday I'm hitting legs. Even like when you have a scheduled rest day, you don't feel as bad for not going because it's scheduled. But if something happens on a Monday and you can't make it to the gym to train, for example, that's then a lot harder to swallow than be like, oh yeah, I'll just do it. I'll just push everything back a day and do it on Tuesday. I think the addiction side comes from it with the obsessive nature that comes with training, because the turnaround is quite short, so you can't always have it the way that you want, just because you can't train chest Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and well, you can, but not effectively, because you won't be able to.
So I've got here the definition according to the Journal of Psychology of Exercise and Sport, right? So exercise addiction is characterized by excessive preoccupation with exercise, resulting in physical and psychological harm. Right, so
interesting.
That's going to come down to, I guess, things like tolerance. So needing to, I guess, like caffeine, right? When you're getting addicted, you need more of it to satisfy that need. So we're talking about those endorphins or whatever. You need more. So in the beginning, maybe, I just trained 3 times a week and I got that feel good factor, right? Now it's like, wow, I want more of it. So then you end up training 5, 6, 7 times a week, cardio, whatever, and it ramps up.
Yeah, I don't know with that. I don't know with that one, because I think after a while that feeling kind of become a bit numb. There's only so much that you can do.
But that's what I mean. So
I know, I get what you're in terms of, you're always saying you can always add something.
But then if you deload and didn't go to the gym, you wouldn't need as much, if that makes sense, to get
to come back, because you go back once. Yeah. I don't know. I think there's
you get that
definitely
enhanced feeling, right?
I think there's definitely people that are addicted, and I would say for most people, are they addicted? Like I said, I don't think they're addicted to training. They're not like can't not function without doing bicep curls or tricep extensions. Like their day's gonna be fine, but I think it's more to that sense of feeling like they've achieved something by going. What they do in there is up to them, and whether they have on paper achieved something or is up to them. But I think for most people, it's just the fact to be able to say, I went to the gym today for half an hour or an hour, however long, and in that time, I was present.
But there's also that degree of lack of control as well. So the unsuccessful attempt to cut it down. So let's say if you're like, I'm going to take a break from training, like bodybuilders, I'll take a break from it. That doesn't happen, right?
It's a difficult one,
because
because
that's part of that addictive nature. You can't stop it. You can't stop yourself.
I think most things, you don't start obsessed. So why is it that bodybuilders become so obsessed with training? And it comes that with the nutrition thing as well. It's like, if you have that meal out when you're dieting or whatever, it's not gonna make a huge difference, but mentally it makes a big difference whether you have that or not. Why is there such an obsessive nature around it?
Well, around training.
Yeah, around training, dieting, gaining.
I think it's more difficult for competitive bodybuilders because it's part of what they're trying to accomplish, right? Maybe it's not necessary that they're addicted to training. It's more so they're addicted to their goal that they want to achieve, right? So I want to be the best bodybuilder. They're obsessed with that. It's like it's an athletic performance, right? I want to be the best. And to be the best, there is going to be a need to have some degree of obsessive nature towards it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Towards your goals. I think the addictedness is really going to come from people who aren't competing and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm talking more like
Gen Pop.
Yeah, who don't really have a goal, they're not but they're on it. Kind of like the intermediate in the middle.
It is. I think as
like, what's your goal for going all the time?
For me personally, as I've trained for longer,
you're
now ending up training less.
Yeah.
Because I'm not as I love going to the gym, I love training, but it's more so now just become part of the day. Because I remember I was working, it was a couple of months ago, I was working with one of my clients, and she was like horrifically sick. Like she was throwing up. Wasn't going to work, but she was going to the gym because she could not go. That breaking routine was too.
She's addicted.
Was too hard for her. And I was saying to her, listen, you're being sick. You've not been to work. I think work is a good measure. If you can still go to work, then maybe you're okay to train or do something. But you're not going to work. You're coming out of you got diarrhea. You're going vomiting.
Still training.
You're not eating properly, but you're still going to train. Still taking pre-workout to go and train. And it's like, that is, and I was trying to say to her, like, you need to have this week off. She just wasn't having it. And I guess it's only so much that you control as a coach with how much if they want to go, they're going to go.
This is what I mean. They're not, they're not training for anything.
For themselves.
Yeah, for themselves. But like,
I got it from a point of view where it's like, obviously she was not feeling great. So to feel better about herself in that moment, then yeah, go to the gym.
Will that not make you feel worse?
Don't know. In the moment, I've trained when I've been ill. Yeah. Because I didn't want to break that routine. I think that's more a me thing than an addiction thing. But I didn't. Like, for example, like this is happening this week. Yeah. Wednesday, I was 2 scoops of pre-workout deep.
You're addicted to pre-workout, I'll tell you that. That's what.
Yeah, I'm definitely addicted to pre-workout, caffeine, everything. I can't function without it, to be honest with you. I don't think I could train without caffeine.
Really? Have you had a day off without caffeine?
Day off. No, if I get a headache, it hurts too much.
Headache? Shit.
If I get to 11 o'clock and I've not had anything,
really?
bad headache.
No.
So I did.
I I'm like the opposite.
Oh no, you don't have anything.
I don't have any caffeine. I don't even fucking sleep.
But I think that's weird
Really?
in itself. Yeah. But
It's
anyway,
weird because everyone does that in
Yeah.
terms of that's the norm.
Yeah, that is a norm.
But for me, that's weird. Like you need to rely on something else to keep yourself awake.
Yeah, no, it is. It is not awake. It's more so just
To function.
to function. Yes,
Yeah.
but it's a long day. So I got to gym 5:30, double scoop. It was chest day. You know, I was feeling it. I'm not even halfway through. I've done 2 exercises. Get a phone call from the pregnant girlfriend.
Yeah.
Her tire's blown out,
Oh no.
and she had some people coming to view the flat.
Yeah.
Trying to sell, to come and look at it in an hour. And she was only like 5 minutes from the flat, so I was like, I'm gonna have to go and pick her up. I know.
But were you at work?
No, I was at the gym.
Oh, you're at the gym. Okay.
So I'm 2 scoops deep.
Haven't started yet.
No, I've started 2
Started.
exercises in.
Okay.
So I've done flat bench press.
Yeah.
Done a back exercise. She called me. Tire's gone. It's completely flat.
Yeah.
So I was stranded on the side of the road. Pregnant girlfriend. I was like, I'm gonna have to leave.
Yeah.
Gotta leave I've never left the workout before, but obviously
Yeah.
needs must. So I go there. We swap cars. I wait for the AA man
Okay.
to come pump up the tire. I drive her car back to the flat. People come and view the flat.
Shaking.
I'm still buzzing off pre-workout, and I went, okay, I'm gonna go back and finish my workout now.
Did you go back?
Yeah, so I went back to the gym
Okay.
and finished off the rest of my workout. Is that addiction? Is that addicted?
I mean, you got to get rid of that energy, right? Because of the caffeine.
Well, that's kind of what I said. I said I can't. It was Wednesday. England were playing. I was like, I can't sit here buzzing off my head watching England play. I said,
You had enough time to go back home, take a car, wait for the AA man.
So to be fair to them, shout out the AA because they came in 20 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he pumped up the tyre, fixed the puncture, pumped up the tyre, drove the car back. The people came to look at the flat. That took like 15 minutes. And then I went back out. So I was back in. So I left the gym about, what time was it? 5:30-ish. I was back in the gym for 6:45. It's only not far. It's only a 10-minute drive to the gym.
This episode is not sponsored by AA.
No, but shout out there, man. They came fast. So is that addiction? Did I have to go? I didn't have to go back. I could have, but in my head, I was like, I need to finish.
Yeah.
Because I started though. I think if it would have been the other way around, I hadn't got to the gym yet, then I would have been like, oh, sack it off. But because I had started it, there was a real part of me that was like, I have to go back and finish. I cannot not finish this workout. And England were playing as well, so it was like time pushed.
I don't know if that's addicted. Addicted would have been you wouldn't have gone.
True.
I think that would have been what addicted would be. You would be like, no, I can't.
Well, I joked with her and said, if you weren't pregnant, I wouldn't have come.
But yeah, if you're addicted, then yeah, probably. You'd be like, no, I can't.
Yeah, I can't come.
Nothing.
I would have answered the phone.
Yeah, nothing would have got in the way of you and being in the gym to finish it off.
So that was my experience this week where I thought to myself, like, well, is that weird behaviour that I went back? Because then I spoke to my friend at the gym when I got back and he's like, oh, you came back? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, like, why? I was like, what do you mean, why?
Yeah.
Because
I haven't finished my training yet.
I haven't finished yet, yeah. Literally. But I don't know. Maybe that's more obsessive than addicted because I could quite if someone just called me now and said like, oh, do you want to go away next week? I would be like, yeah, I'm not training.
Yeah.
For a week.
So if you could stop.
If I could, yeah. Like I know the only reason why I'm forcing it now is because I'm waiting for the baby to be born and then I'll take time off. Whereas I could easily just next week just not train. So I don't know, and I think that's the same for quite a few people. It's more so. Is it more so just because I got people that, like you said, they don't really have a goal when they go to the gym, but they go 7 times a week, 6 times a week. So is that more? Sometimes they're going more for a social. Are they going just like I said to be able to say that they've been, or are they actually addicted to that feeling of when you're in there?
I think with addictions, it has to interfere with
Something else.
your like daily life, your life, your personal relationships, you know, your work, your well-being. Like that's what addiction kind of is, right? Where it's like that takes priority over everything else.
Everything, yeah.
And you're like, oh no, I can't.
So are you addicted on prep?
Yeah, I think so to a degree. Yeah.
I would say.
But then are you? I don't know if you're addicted to that or you're addicted to the goal that you want to achieve. Right.
But the goal is part of the goal is the training.
Yeah.
Matching numbers.
But if you didn't
low
have
body
to,
weight.
if you didn't have to train to get to reach your goal, you wouldn't do it. I would be okay with not doing it.
One still achieving your goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't have one without the other. So that's.
I know, but that's what I mean. But if it's
Yeah,
it was
so
addictive.
if
it was regardless of anything else happened.
If it was the other way around, it was like you do not go to the gym and you're gonna get shredded, you would not step foot in that place. No one would. Imagine that. That'd be so much better.
That would be a true testament of who actually really loves it.
Yeah. Well, I think lockdown was a true testament of who actually loves it. Yeah. I think so. Like for you to go to the extreme lengths that you went to.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of addiction there. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
couldn't have went without it.
Yeah, I created my. Well, people are paying crazy money.
People paying.
I don't know. Is that addicted or bored? As well.
I think it's a mixture, but I think you could have definitely done something else. There would have been that you could have went running.
Don't get me wrong. I did a lot of other things as well, but it was like fuck. Once you've completed that, you're like.
Yeah, but I think that was the thing. Like that's why I used the lockdown reference because we went without a lot, and then you kind of figured out actually.
What did you actually like?
Yeah, actually, I can just go and meet up my friends in the park, and I don't need to go into a nightclub or a bar.
I did there's definitely priorities and things in life changed during lockdown.
I think definitely things changed for everyone. I think everyone had the kind of realization where it was like,
I need this.
Yeah, I don't actually need this in my life. Actually,
I used to love buying shoes, right? Like loads of different trainers.
Yeah.
During lockdown, I was just like, loads of people got into trainers then, right? And be like, oh, let's buy this trainer. And I was just like, I'm not even going out.
Yeah.
I remember buying a pair of shoes and I was just like there and just like,
you're gonna go for your half an hour walk in your new Jordans.
I'm not even going out.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just like, well, it's fresh. Like, what am I doing?
Well, I did. I managed to get my hands on a lot of equipment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You smuggle it, or do you actually buy it?
Well, borrowed some, bought some. Then the second lockdown, luckily, had keys to a facility. So
for me, I just bought one set of dumbbells, and that was early in the. That was when it was a bit like, we don't know if we're gonna go into lockdown. I was like, no, I'm gonna get this just in case.
But there is a sense of enjoyment that comes with training, I think. Yeah. Especially when it was more so when I was younger, training with my mate or like two mates, and there's three of us training. Like that was more a sense of enjoyment.
That was ego.
Yeah, but there was enjoyment that came with that.
Yeah,
and then kind of that same enjoyment came whether we were playing football or doing whatever. So I don't think it was necessarily the weights as such and fitness, but if you're doing it by yourself, then I guess you won't know, if that makes sense, because you're not. If you're training by yourself all the time, then I guess that's a bit difficult to find out whether you prefer it with someone or.
I mean, another part of that addictive nature is also like the obsessive behavior that comes outside of it as well.
Yeah.
So, like you start, I don't know, reading more about it, you start looking at more stuff, watching it.
Always. And you start watching more YouTube documentaries on it, your podcast, everything about it. It's like, it has to be fitness.
That's it. And the whole Instagram just changes like...
And as soon as you kind of stop that prep, you kind of just go back to everything else that's kind of out there in the world.
Some people do.
Yeah, but some people stay for the whole life, which is up to them. But I would say that there's definitely an element of that.
Or addiction.
But then why do...
It's hard because I think a lot of the things that... The categories that it falls under, like, of describing an addiction, it kind of ticks those boxes.
It does massively.
But then...
obviously, there's a certain type of personality that gets addicted. Do all them people just seem to find fitness, or is it...
Yeah. Is it that they're addictive personality and then they go into that?
Or would it be whatever they fall into, they would be addicted to? So then it becomes a thing of environment, isn't it? So if you have an addictive personality, but then you start...
It's got loads of aspects of it that can become very obsessive and addictive. Like,
for anything.
We can do the nutrition. We can do the training. We can look at the bodybuilding. We can look at the videos. There's so many different areas. Like, addiction galore.
Yeah, of course. But you can be addicted to anything, can't you? So definitely an element. Why people are addicted to it, I don't know. Because you're kind of addicted to something that's causing you pain. It's hard. It's long hours.
Well, I mean,
24 hours.
People that I think that is another part of the addiction, is that people will, like you said, like people will continue to train through pain.
Yeah.
Despite, like, fucking hell, like even for me, my wrist is hurting at the moment, right? And I'll still be going to train. Right.
I've been seeing your cuffed workout.
I've been training around it, yes, but some people genuinely they'll train through pain for years and years and years.
But do people
Is
do
that-
that in
is
all? But people do that in all aspects, don't they? All aspects of sport, for example.
Mm.
You know,
Is that
when are you
addiction
ever through aspects of life? When are you ever 100%? When's the last time you woke up and felt, yeah, I feel good? I was probably 16 years old last time I felt. Yeah,
It's because you've fucking been titrating up in terms of caffeine. That's why.
I can't sleep properly. But like, when do people ever feel like 100%?
I don't know. Yeah.
When is ever the peak time? Has anyone out there ever felt like it completely injury free, stress is low, sleep is good, nutrition's good?
I mean, you're always going to feel under stress, right? If anything. Then.
Of course, but then as a human race then, when was the last time we ever, and what's contributing to that? Obviously there's loads of things contributing to that, but never going to be optimal.
What do you think is the obsessive behaviours then, like surrounding
The gym.
Yeah, just like what are people addicted to in terms of it?
I think the routine.
You think it?
I think routine plays a massive part, especially with something like the gym, where everything's based around time, isn't it? I'm gonna eat at this time. I'm gonna train at this time. I'm gonna go to bed at this time. I'm gonna go do my steps at this time. I'm gonna wake up at this time. Everything is time. Everything's time bound. I'm gonna eat every 3 hours. You know, I'm gonna like weigh this much and eat this much protein, this much carb, this much fat. Everything is it's very precise. My workout's going to take me this long. I'm going to do this long on the card.
Do this many exercises.
Do this many sets, this many reps. Like
Eat this exact amount of macros.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much that you can, and I think as well. I think one of the key things is you're in control. So you're in control how much weight you put on the bar. You're in control of how long you can stay on the cardio machine. You're in control of what dumbbells you use. You're in control of what exercises you select to an extent. Obviously, if you're working with someone, but you're in control of how much rice you eat, what time you eat it, when you want to do it. It's all up to you. So you are in control of that, and you structure your day around that. I think the routine is a massive aspect of people being like kind of addicted to it.
Yeah, I put down like tracking macros. That's definitely like something that people just addicted to doing. So they can't live without my fitness pal. Because people you had a fucking mad streak on it, right?
I had to wheel myself off my fitness pal.
That's what I mean. That's addictive.
It was like 7.5 years of every day on my fitness pal.
That's mad. Like
Eyeballing. If I wasn't dieting, I'd be eyeballing everything.
Yeah, that's an addictive thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I had to come off it. But then you're kind of doing it just for the streak. Do you not like you're doing it to go for that long?
It's like the Apple rings on your watch,
like
right? I've got to hit it.
It was more so to keep the streak going, but then not just logging like anything for the sake of logging it. It was like, if I'm going to do it, I might as well be accurate. So if I was eating out, you know, you search like McDonald's, this, TGI, wherever you are, you're searching it.
Did you need to do that?
Didn't need to do it, but then...
Did you feel like you couldn't stop yourself?
I don't know. I think I was more addicted to the streak than tracking. I wanted to have a big streak. I don't know why. It's just because it kind of got that high without thinking about it, and then it was like,
oh, it's too late. I can't.
Oh yeah, I need to keep this going.
That's addictive.
Yeah,
you're going out like no matter what. I need.
Yeah, but you say that, and then what I said to myself was, when I'm done with prep, I'm not tracking no more, and I stopped.
But what happened, like on the day where? Well, I guess it never happened, right? You just track a lot as you go along the day.
As you go, yeah.
Yeah, so
I'd go to work, for example, with no food.
Yeah.
And then anything that you buy is a barcode or whatever. So if I bought whatever, just quickly scan it, put it in.
There's never a day where you're like, at the end of the day, you go, I haven't tracked.
No, but then if that did happen, for example, I'll just go back and go through the day, what I've eaten. I'd go back. In my head, I know exactly what I've eaten today. It's not going to be changed much, is it? A couple of squares bars, a couple of grenades, a couple of protein shakes.
That's addictive, man. It's addictive.
Yeah, my fitness pal was a tough one. And I've had that like myself, so...
Yeah. I mean, the other one is, where people, they're too scared of getting fat, right, as well. When you get lean, that's another, like, addictive thing. You're addicted to that look, right? You're addicted that, the fear of, even though you know that maybe, we were talking about people binging or whatever, you know that you're not adherent to it, but you're addicted to, like, I need to look this certain way. I think that's a detrimental thing as well.
Well, that's where
it's affecting your health.
That's where, like, for example, like steroids aren't addictive, but the look and the feeling is of how you are. You don't want to go back to being.
I don't think it's addictive. It's a drug.
Yeah, but it's not addictive. You don't like no matter how much you take of it, you can just come off it. It's not like
I don't know.
It's not like
because
it's not like cocaine where it's like
I
your
need to
body
hear
just wants it. You're taking it, then you become addicted to the look of how you feel and then the strength. So it's like
But then you feel. I think you feel really shit, right, when you go off it. Let's say you've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, but that's
your test levels go down. You feel depressed.
that's like a mental thing, though, isn't it? That's not
Yeah.
that's not the drug. That's just you, how you feel.
But you're not addicted to it because you're like, oh, I can't feel like shit anymore.
No, but
So
if
I
you
need to go back and-
if you said right, if you drink this, it's gonna have the same effect, then you would just switch to whatever the other thing was.
But couldn't you say that for everything as well?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Then there's no one addicted to anything then.
I don't know.
It's
all in your head.
It's all luck.
No, but it's all luck. Yeah. But some things will change your like makeup, like your body. So then you do become addicted to it.
Yeah. That's interesting, isn't it?
It's weird, isn't it? When you think about it like that, because it is. It's like, well,
It's
who's
too
actually addicted to anything?
Too deep for a Friday.
It's way too deep. A Friday after work is way too deep.
It's Friday night. But yeah. And people, they're also addicted to cardio as well, right? You know, there's people that just like on it. Just like,
Yeah, but again, but it's that feeling of that you get from doing it. Like I think people like that addicted to like running. Oh, not. I don't want to use the word weird, but like for me, that is weird. You're addicted from going from A to B in the quickest time possible. But the feeling that they get from it is the same that we would get from training. That's why I'll always bring it back to
but people probably feel the same way as
the
that.
feeling. Yeah, of course, people are.
Why does this guy work so hard in the gym lifting so much weight? When he can
Why
do
did
easy stuff?
why did I go to the gym on Christmas Day? Don't know.
Father Christmas was there.
Father Christmas, yeah, I had to go get my presents.
Santa's got her at the gym.
Yeah, but I think it's again though. It's more so. It's a routine. So it's like it's Christmas Day, but it's also leg day. So if Christmas is on a rest day, it's rest day. It's Christmas.
I definitely reduced my addiction to the gym. I think, like I used to be, like very much like I can't, you know, it's my life. It's everything I'm about. It's my identity.
You became the gym.
Yeah.
You are Jim with him.
Yeah, that's it. The H just slowly changes to a G. And like even when you type it on your own name on the computer, it auto corrects to Jim. Yeah. I think I've slowly kind of moved away from it. I feel like if I needed to stop, I could stop. If you said to me tomorrow, like,
If you said tomorrow you're not allowed to lift weights anymore,
yeah, I could stop.
what would you do with your time?
Oh, anything, man. I'd find a new hobby. I'd find something else that I'd like.
Yeah, but could you'll find something that gives you the same feeling. So that's what I'm saying.
I mean, everyone's looking for a feeling, right?
Yeah, of course.
Something.
But everyone's looking for the next high.
Yeah, that's it. Looking for the high.
Well, yeah, but that's
So
that feeling, isn't
whatever
it?
you can get.
But it's just everyone's chasing a high. And that's why, like with drugs and stuff, that's why you have to up the dosage because your body gets used to whatever you're giving them. So it's like, okay, we'll need.
That's why we had the up doses in the beginning. It was okay. I could just do 3 sets of 10.
Yeah,
Get a bit bigger. Then I had to start competing, didn't I?
Yeah,
And
of
then it's
course.
like, shit, I need to get my pro card.
Yeah, literally.
And it's like,
There's
oh, now I
always
need to-
something.
yeah.
You're always chasing that next high, isn't it? So
We're
if
addicted.
you got to, yeah, we are. Conclusion. Cut. Done. Done. End. We
We're
are addicted.
addicted to the gym.
We are. But I would say more so now. I'm addicted to progress.
Okay.
I've tried to change my outlook on it. I'm not. Before it was like, oh, I need to train because I want to win
Yeah.
a bodybuilding show.
I just want to be better.
Now I just want to, try my best. And like every single time, I'm addicted to trying to just do more, be better. And I know that as you know, everything has a lifespan, doesn't it? It's not going to last forever. You're not be able to progress forever. But I think especially with like strength training and stuff, everything is all like bodybuilding. You can always be a bit bigger. You can always just be half a kilo stronger. You can always be 1 rep better.
Yeah.
So you're never going to be happy. Isn't that weird that you're always going to be striving for something that you're never going to be able to achieve?
I think that's the whole point, right?
It is. But then at what point then...
But I
do
think...
you not think that's a bit sad though?
No, I think the most sad thing is when people don't live in that moment for a second. So let's say if you reach that goal, people they don't celebrate it enough. And
Yeah,
they
you're
just
always
go,
looking for
they're
what's
like,
next.
Oh, what's next?
What's next?
I've done it now.
300 kilo deadlift, right?
Yeah.
320.
Yeah.
Like, it's always that thing, isn't it? It's like, yeah, you're all right. It is always about what's next.
I was
rather
like
than-
that when I was competing, and when you compete, I think it is a bit like that. You chase something. So in the beginning, I remember the first time when I was doing power, I was like, oh, if I get a 160 kilo deadlift, that'd be pretty good. And then I did 200,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh,
Okay, 220.
yeah, 230.
Yeah, a bit more.
250. And then eventually I pulled over 300, and I'm like, now I don't know. Now I feel a bit satisfied, right? There is a bit of me that's like, oh, maybe I could have done 350 or whatever, right? But there's no like burning desire for me to be like, oh, I need to change that.
That's good. There's no burning to do it. But I think deep down, if you sat down and like looked back and thought about it, you could be like, oh damn man, I could have probably.
Yeah. There is obviously there's moments where you're just like, I should go back into powerlifting.
But then even if you did that though, and then you're like, oh, and say you could rewrite history, but like until you did pull 350, then you'd be sat there thinking, oh, I could have pulled
400, man. Could be the strongest person in the world.
Ever. Yeah, like you're never gonna be happy.
Yeah.
So what gives people that satisfaction? Do you think? I don't know, because I'm struggling at the minute.
I think is it down to like the comparison as well. You know, like when you see something that's possible.
Yeah.
Like social media is a massive thing and influence in terms of addictions as well, right? Because it's like, oh, I've just seen this person do this. I need to do this.
Yeah.
It's like marketing. It's like buying stuff, right? You see it. Oh, this guy's got this. Never thought I needed it.
But it's just like I think as a society we do compare ourselves to like for everything. Who earns more money? Bigger house, bigger car,
better job,
like
hot wife,
more kids. Yeah, literally
more kids.
More kids. I got more kids than you.
Mrs. You gotta get on it, man.
They got more kids than us.
They got 5. We need 10.
Yeah, no, like, but you can compare anything. Their garden's bigger.
Yeah.
Bloody like anything. I've got anything you can compare. And I think with the fitness side of things, well, you're gonna have to live within your means at some point. It's gonna hit you at some point. It's just like
this is luck.
Yes. I ain't never gonna be as big. I ain't never gonna be as strong as this person, or I'm never gonna be as big or as strong as I want to be.
Kids.
Yeah, kids.
I've got one so far, so that's why Archie decided to help himself.
I was like, damn man, he's already one up on me. Watch this space.
Oh shit! All right. So, what's our closing thoughts? Do you think? Sometimes I feel like some people do need to be addicted to it.
I think some people should be more addicted to it, but to be more healthy, like you have to have some sort of like understanding around what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Yeah.
And this is going to be beneficial for you for the long run. Mm-hmm. You need to be addicted to wanting to better yourself physically.
Yeah. I do think some people are genuinely like addicted to the gym though.
No, I definitely do think as well. Yeah. I think I've definitely have been in that boat as well. Like if you asked, like I said, if you asked people around me, they would say that you're definitely addicted. I don't know about you. If you ask like your wife or whoever, or close friends, but I think especially in that prep cycle, if people that have done prep or people that
see you there,
been around people in that prep cycle, and it's like, no, you're not well, man.
Yeah.
You're
what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you actually doing? You're actually killing yourself. Yeah. What are you doing?
And you're like, how's prep going? Yeah, I'm fucking starving. Yeah. You know, I'm doing all this. Yeah. So, remind me again why you doing this?
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, I love this game.
Yeah, this is not luck.
Yeah, it's all luck.
But I think there's definitely some people are genuinely addicted. Like they can't do without it, right? And to a point where it's detrimental to like their well-being, the people that are around. And then there's other people who just not addicted to it, or who probably need a little bit of that to be a bit healthier.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's it. But we hope you found our discussion interesting. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to leave us a review on iTunes and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And if you disagree with us, you can find me on Instagram @gymwithhim, and my co-host is @Archie13 with 2 E's. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.